Albertus says as governments in waiting, opposition parties should rather offer alternatives to the public and also engage the cabinet in power instead of just claims. During a rally in Windhoek recently, DTA leader McHenry Venani said for a country with just over 2 million inhabitants, there was no need for an increase of staff in key ministerial positions, questioning the appointment of presidential advisors.
Because every time that President Geingob sees somebody, he wants to appoint him. We are having 4 permanent secretaries in the office of the Prime Minister. 4 PSs. A PS for the Secretariat of the Cabinet, Simata. A PS for the office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Mbako. A PS who is part there, Mr. Kahure. And now we are getting DCC at the Prime Minister's office. We have the largest bloated government that we have ever seen in our eyes. And this is the reason why this country's reserves are depleting, because we are spending too much money on salaries and we are not spending on the capital projects that are supposed to bring development to our people.
However, Press Secretary disputed this, adding that there were 5 advisors serving already in previous administrations and President Geingob had only added 1, that of the youth.
Now, one could argue that most of us were drawn into these positions who were probably prominent in our previous engagements, and therefore the president's advisors are maybe a lot more visible. I don't know, but reality is it's nothing new. So if Mr. Venani feels these things were not budgeted for, unfortunately he's wrong. These things existed, there was always money made available, it was just filling the vacancies. And this time around, what was also different, radically different, in the way that the benefits and salaries of the advisors was decided, this was done by the Public Office Bearers Commission. That's an independent body that, on the basis of qualifications, experience, and all of that, made a determination as to what these advisors are supposed to earn and what benefits should accrue.
Al-Hamou further defended President Geingob's 20% pledge for a scholarship fund after it came under fire from the official opposition, who questioned why it had not been at least 50%. He said the pledge was the president's personal contribution towards the national goal of poverty eradication.
Personal money, eh? This is not state funds. The president could have chosen an alternative. He could have said, I'm establishing a presidential scholarship fund, and the taxpayer will foot it. That's an alternative, but he didn't. He said, we've declared all-out war against poverty, and every citizen, big or small, rich or poor, has to make a contribution in this effort. He is saying that not only should it be government business, government program will come on Monday, Tuesday. We have a very well-structured conference that will look at what government is going to do going forward on the basis of proper engagement. But that's one side of the battle. The president is saying all of us citizens must make a small contribution. 20% is significant, and it's the president's personal money.
He also countered Venani's call to cut on foreign trips due to high number of delegations accompanying the head of state, saying all traveling had been budgeted for and the country is not being shortchanged on other developmental projects meant to uplift the poor.